Hello, hello. What's going on? How good is your heart? How good is your heart? Welcome, welcome. Let's see how far it goes today. Let's see what you do to be of service to yourself, to your family, and to others. So, how good is your heart on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday? Right on, right on, right on. This is your host with the most. And we're going to start off today with talking about your heart. We're not going to talk about it health wise, so to speak. We're going to talk about your heart, about giving to yourself and giving to others. So we want you to know that the best things in life are always free. And so when you give of your heart, you get something in return. So if you give out good presents, or you give out love, or you give out what it is that you like to do, that's heart. And when we're talking about what you like to do, are you giving of yourself and others to others? And what do you need to do with that? So we want to thank you for being here with us today. So it takes every day to do this podcast or live stream, Twitch stream, whatever you want to call it, YouTube stream, Kick stream, TikTok stream. It takes a lot every day to get up and do this. And so what's good about it is that it makes for a better time because you have, you got more time to be who you need to be. And so we don't worry about it. So right now, as we're speaking, we've got our stream live. So as far as our chat, so it looked like it hasn't came out right, but we're going to keep going. We're just going to leave it up there, and I'm going to go ahead and disappear. All right. So just hold on with me because we want you to have the best viewing experience that you can have. There we go. All right, we'll go back to it and see once we get it fixed. But this is the heart. There it is, and as you can see, there is what it is. So let's go ahead and push back. So it looks like we got some stuff going on here. So hold on one second. Let's go ahead and get this back where it needs to be. All righty. There we go. I think that does it. Okay. Here I am. I'm back. So anyway, we got the heart right there. It's either below me or above me or beside me somewhere. You see the picture. So the symbolism here is that the heart has a mind of its own, sitting in the field of tulips, hands and feet, and there it goes. And that's your heart. Okay, it's a representation of your heart. Not the best, but we just used the popular one because we didn't want to do the regular heart with the ventricles. That might have been a bit much, and it probably would be better for this podcast. But anyway, let's just go on with it. So, the heart itself just operates and runs and does what it does. So, what have you done today to soothe your heart? Are you stressing out over the stressings? Are you stressing out over stress sores? And are you stressing out over people, things, situations, and things that you don't control? So, it affects your heart. And sometimes, if you have a giving heart, you give too much. And if you give too much, then you're not fulfilled. And sometimes you can give so much that your heart just wears out. And that's a big thing in the communities right now because you see so much that needs to be done and so many people that need to be helped and so many situations that need to be helped along. So you got to be careful with that. That's why the heart is in a tulip field. Look at those beautiful tulips. Those tulips represents different situations and instances in your community and in your life. And there's quite a few. Once you look back over your life and you look at what you're accomplishing every day, you may be being of service through your heart. And this is how many situations and instances that you could possibly be affecting. You maybe only think that you're affecting one situation, when in actuality, you're affecting thousands of situations. Because once you give one person kindness, that kindness will grow. You know what I mean? The only way it doesn't grow is if that person takes it and doesn't bestow it upon another person. They used to call it paying it forward. We just call it heart. He got heart, she got heart, they got heart. Sometimes people see with their heart and they just see the goodness in people. And sometimes people see with a with a heart and don't see anything because they got a cold heart. And so we created this heart with this particular podcast with no face. So we just wanted it to be that way. And so as we put it that way, it would serve as a mirror. So as you look into the heart, imagine that your heart and it's a mirror of who you are. Isn't that something? And your heart's got feet and legs, like we say. because it operates on its own frequency. And as it operates, it produces much. When you put those glasses on that you want to be of service, great power will come great responsibility. To much who is given, much is expected in return. So there you go. So you can look at your life that way. There's a bunch of tulips, and there's your heart. And like we said, the tulips represent things in your life, or people, beings, whatever it is, situations, instances of how many people you've done, how many people you've done good for, and you've helped them. It might have just been to give them advice. It might have been to just say hi to them. It might have been to help someone in need. It might have been to help someone that was having a hard day. It might have been to help yourself get up and dust off and keep rolling. This is what we're talking about. So, as usual, I'm manning the chat, and this is our first time so doing the chat. So, we probably are not doing a good job. So, anyways, we're going to just keep going. Okay. So, please forgive me. So, anyways, we want you to understand that your heart governs a lot of things. And so, with this particular heart, we're just saying, look at it as a mirror into what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. Notice that everything is in full bloom. All of those pretty tulips are in full bloom. And you notice you don't see any snails around to get them. So that's because the tulips at the bottom, you don't see it in there, but they got copper wire and a copper coil. So it repulses the snails. So the tulips are living great. And this is abundancy. This is an abundance lifestyle. And why we say this is an abundance lifestyle, because one act of kindness, one act done from your heart can affect so many different people. And we want to thank you. And there's our favorite person there. Oh, okay. We can't hear as we're podcasting. We can see it, but I have to readjust it to make it bigger. So this is the first time. So just bear with me. We're going el fresco. We're going naked because we just go with authenticity. So we wanted to make sure that this is a great time for you. So if you've gotten yourself down, just take a look at this picture. As with all my pictures that I do for my podcast and personals, you can look at this picture and it's a sunny day outside, and there's your heart, and you're standing in the middle of tulips. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? Who would think it? So that's why we say it's Wonderful Wednesday, hopefully. I think I got it right. Let me check here. So I've been working so hard that I've been missing days and I've had things happen, and it just caused me to get more positive as I rolled through. So we want you to understand that no matter what it is, take a look at your heart. And if you've been hurt, you got to brush it off and you got to keep going. And a lot of times you can be of service and it'll help you to keep yourself busy, and you're helping others, and it'll help you to get through. And then as you get through that situation or those situations or instance, then you can make yourself be a better person. And so for the next person, you're wiped away all that frown and turned it into a smile and a winning combination. So this is your heart standing in the field of tulips. So this is why this is called How Good Is Your Heart? And you can add what you want beyond that. So, anyways, we want to tell you to be blessed and to have a great rest of the week and a great rest of the day. Excuse me. And so, like I always say, what I want for others, I want for myself. And what I want for myself, I want for others. So you're going to have great days ahead and have a greater day today. And you're going to move forward. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself, to take care of your family, to take care of your loved ones, whether they're blood relatives or not. And we want you to make sure that you're taking care of your heart. We're going to make sure that we are, and we're following what we're talking about. So my deeds, my thoughts, and my actions are together. And as they grow together, I'm able to help others. So if you find this message resonates with you, as with all things, send it on to the next person. Maybe it'll help them. And if not, if you want to be selfish of it, then keep it to yourself and use it as a litmus test to ask yourself once you do something at the end of the day, was my heart in it? Did I give it my all? Was I able to give it my all? So how good is my heart? And we will be continuing this series on the heart tomorrow and the next day, hopefully. So be looking for the pictures, be looking for the metaphors, and be looking for the goodness that is within you. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being great. We want to thank you for the positives, and we want to thank Total underscore Elegance One. We want to thank you for always being here for us. As you guys move forward, please, please take what is good for you, take what you love, throw out what you don't love, and keep on trucking, baby. Keep on trucking. Right on, right on. This is your host with the most. Let's re-say that. This is your host with the most, Mr. David, better known as App, better known as R Todd if you're in business, real time on demand. So this is R Todd signing off with How Good Is Your Heart? Have a great time and a great life. Right on.